I can only use Lynnie's own words, which were, if I only knew. If I only knew, my journey could have been much different. And I think that knowledge is power in this particular circumstance. And so to the extent that we've educated people regarding their hereditary risks, we've encouraged them to get genetic counseling, particularly if cancer runs in their family. All of those things give people options.
I am Dr. Suzanne Mahon, a professor and a credentialed genetics professional from St. Louis University. Several years ago, Sharsheret welcomed me to be a speaker at a program as part of their amazing outreach efforts to educate the community about hereditary risks for developing cancer. Genetic testing can be a powerful tool to truly enable the prevention of breast, ovarian, and other cancers, but it is best provided in the context of counseling from a credentialed genetics professional.
In 2006, my mom was being treated for breast cancer, and they told her she did not carry a BRCA gene mutation. 10 years later, she's now being treated for a second cancer, and something didn't feel right. I was Sharsheret educated at this point. How could there be 14 cancers on one side of my family, and it's all just a coincidence? So I reached out to a genetics counselor, and we decided, my siblings and I, that we would retest using the new gene panels. They're testing for a lot more today than they did back in 2006. And what we learned are there are members of my family that do in fact carry one of the newly identified gene mutations, which increases one's chance of developing a hereditary cancer. So thank you, Sharsheret, for empowering us with knowledge. Now women and men in my family have the ability to make individual choices that are right for them and live life fully.
On December 20th of 1999, I was 37 years old. My twin girls were 3 years old and my son was 2. At the drop of a hat, I could not drive, push a grocery cart, or stop the nausea. In my community, I was basically the first young girl that I knew of to be diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer. What I needed and what I wanted were facts, hard data, research, emotional support from people who knew the diagnosis, people who actually had walked in my shoes. Even though I'm blessed and grateful to be this far along in my journey, I am still learning and growing through Sharsheret's. The speakers, resources, and supports that Sharsheret's offers today is my continuing education and definitely a need of mine. It's not just for me, it's my family and my extended family. So I thank you, St. Louis, for keeping Sharsheret strong to help patients and families so we can be informed and knowledgeable and in charge of our journey.
The importance of both men and women being aware of hereditary cancer risk played out in our family in a way that we hope at Sharsheret to prevent. Had Johnny known, had Lynnie's dad known that he was a carrier, Lynnie and her sister would have been tested. Had we known, it just may have saved her life.